All right, number one. So as you know, I've already reviewed a video from Evil Dia, very good channel, and he says this hyperpolyglot is a fraud, and then we watched pretty much the entirety of the video except this section. And will you will you look at that? That's exactly the section about Italian, so I've got to react to it. I've got to check it. Also because my buddy Evil Dia here asked me to share my opinion. Let's go.
Now, I chose and put this one specifically right here, just for like kind of a shout out to a friend of mine, Metatron.
Queste esperienze mi hanno insegnato che imparare una lingua è anche costruire relazioni.
And that was the extent of his Italian. Now,
What? Wait. No way. Is that it? So, see, oh my gosh, these people. I'm going to address what he said. I'm going to listen to it and dissect it to every single atom in that bunch of sentences. But here's the thing I don't understand when it comes to fake polyglots. He literally said, said will be a different level. He literally read 2 sentences and a half. How is that exceptional in any way? Anyone can do that. Anyone. I can open any language I know nothing about. Maybe I'll choose a Romance language, I guess, to have a little advantage when it comes to at least an approximation of the pronunciation without any training whatsoever. I could do that. Read 3 sentences. Oh, look at me. I'm so good. Would you like to pay for my course now? I don't get it. I just, okay. 2 sentences. That's all. All right, let's listen to it again. You're going to give me a heart attack, Evil Dia. Let's go.
kind of a shout out to a friend of mine, Metatron.
Queste esperienze mi hanno insegnato che imparare una lingua è anche costruire relazioni.
Questa esperienza mi hanno insegnato che imparare una lingua è anche costruire relazioni. That's what he said. So, all right, so let me dissect this very quickly so I give you what you asked for. So, as you know, I hate the approach, but I do want to be fair. First, the positive. His pronunciation is not bad. Okay, so I'm just going to say that. It's not the pronunciation of someone who has lived in Italy, and most likely it's not the pronunciation of someone who has spoken Italian with actual natives. It is understandable, and in fact, it's better than what you usually get from people who come from a different linguistic family altogether. With that being said, that is not because he spent any time learning Italian. It's because, well, he speaks Portuguese. So just like someone who speaks Spanish, you would have as an advantage compared to other people. But his pronunciation is not bad.
Queste esperienze mi hanno insegnato che...
All right, queste esperienze. So it is plural. Queste esperienze mi hanno insegnato. These experiences have taught me.
Imparare una lingua è anche costruire relazioni.
Che imparare una lingua, that to learn a language, è anche costruire relazioni, is also to construct or to build relationships. The sentences are correct. The grammar is fine. It's nothing though. It's like, yeah, that's all I can say. The extent to what sort of praises I could use for the polyglot. But he's clearly reading. Look at his eyes.
Mi hanno insegnato che imparare una lingua è anche costruire relazioni.
Okay, I can't prove that he's reading. Maybe he's not reading, but even if he's not reading and he memorized it, okay? So this is a sentence, 2 sentences that he literally memorized. It says nothing of his Italian. So once again, the grammar is okay. It's correct, but it looks like something that was copy-pasted into a Google Translate, which has improved a lot. I don't know if you, Evil D, have made videos about this, but machine translation used to be really bad. Google Translate has improved a lot. So now you can put full-on sentences and paragraphs, and usually it does a good job. And of course, we've got the advent of advanced language models. So in general, ChatGPT or Claude AI or what have you, Gemini AI, as language models, they're actually pretty decent in the sense that they will provide good translations. Like oftentimes I use these language models when we write a script in Italian and I want to translate it in English quickly. So I will do a translation, a machine translation, and then I'll review it with the Italian original right next to it and maybe make some changes if some of the translation is not great or is not excellent when it comes to accuracy. But I have to be honest, the machine translation has become really, really good with the advanced language models. So the simple fact that the sentences are correct say nothing about his ability to speak Italian, know Italian, build a set of paragraphs or sentences in Italian with actual knowledge of syntax and grammar. No, sir. It just says that most likely whatever machine he used did a good job. So congratulations to the machine. Having said that, even though the pronunciation is fine, I would say that there is a little bit of the only thing I would say when it comes to the way he enunciated is the fact that it doesn't seem like he has that sort of experience that you would build if you actually have even a conversation. You don't have to be fluent, but you have a conversational level in a language where you know where to put the natural pauses, whether it's for breathing or whether it's in general for emphasis that a native speaker would place naturally and that you will organically acquire as you gain more and more experience when it comes to speaking whatever target language that you're focusing on. He doesn't have that, I can tell that, because he just keeps speaking but he doesn't really place the intonation as an Italian would. But beyond that, it's nothing. Maybe he would be talented towards Italian if he actually put in the work and ditched this. Okay, so I'm not saying that this guy is rubbish, his Italian is horrible, like it was the case with the other polyglot that we reviewed together. Well, that you made a video and that I reacted to, the kid from India who actually, his Italian was a complete mess. It was all wrong, it was terrible. This gentleman's Italian right now is fine, but it proves nothing, and it's something that anyone with zero training could pull off. So in terms of let's do an evaluation, well, let's do a presentation first, because there is no presentation to evaluate here. There's nothing to assess if all he did is read or memorize and repeat 2.5 sentences in my language.
And that was the extent of his Italian. Now let's see how good he is. Basically, he's probably reading a script, but it's hard to tell because it was too short and it wasn't particularly unnatural. So I guess this is a shout out to Metatron. How good is he really? Now, I'm going to jump through a few more languages, but I can't possibly cover off them all because although he says he speaks 40 languages, he's mastered them, he actually includes videos for so many more languages that he never even claimed to be mastering. So I think he's actually forgotten how many languages he's mastered because he's just mastered so many now. So I've chucked in a random one, Albanian.
Këtë serie video do të flas rregjullën nga cili shkruajnë një alfabetit. Do të jetë shumë interesante dhe sfiduese.
Përshëndetje, ai mirë.
Unë jam mire, si jeni?
Mirë, faleminderit.
Si e ke emrin?
Alesia.
Me vjen mire se u njohëm.
Faleminderit.
See, I wish he did this with Italian. I wish he did this with Italian, so I could see how he interacts with someone that was on the other side actually speaking to them. Although then again, if this is highly edited by him, then the problem persists that he may have skipped all those sections where he did not understand or did not reach a successful communicative